Hello, my name's Ellie and I'm joined today by Karen. We
Hi.
are both student support. Hi, Karen. We're both student support advisors with the Student Support and Wellbeing team. Our team is part of student services along with specialist services such as the disability and dyslexia team and the counselling and mental health team. And we are based in the Pearson Study Centre, which is near First Point. We mostly offer one-to-one appointments, although we sometimes do see students together if that's helpful. Our appointments usually take place in a confidential room in First Point. More recently, we've been offering video link appointments, which have worked really well. We can offer telephone appointments or support students over email if they would prefer. So what do we do? So put simply, we are a general welfare service that students can access at any stage of their university career. We know that university can be a really exciting time for students. But as with any walk of life, it's possible that from time to time, people will experience challenges in their personal life, which may impact on their studies and their well-being. So Karen, can you tell us about how we can help?
Yeah, sure. So the first thing to mention is that we can help students with signposting advice. So we can help students navigate through university processes, and we can also ensure that people are getting the specialist support that they need if that's appropriate. And in supporting students, we work very closely with our colleagues in other specialist teams within student services, so teams like the Disability and Dyslexia Service or the Money Advice team, but also outside of student services. So sometimes we'll liaise on behalf of a student with their personal academic tutor or the security team or the programmes advice team, to name a few. And it's important for us to reassure students, I think, at this point, that students can talk to us in confidence about their particular circumstances. So any personal information would usually only ever be shared when relevant and with your permission. And we explain our approach to confidentiality during your first contact with our team. The other thing that we do is we aim to provide practical, solution-focused and student-led support. What does this mean? Well, there are a broad range of reasons why people might come to us and ask for support. So just to give you a few examples, for example, we might meet with a first-year student who's experiencing homesickness, or we might meet with a second-year student who's struggling because of a relationship breakdown or something significant happening in their family. Or it may be a third-year student who's stressed about their workload and struggling to make deadlines. And I think it's important to remember that all of us can have times where we find it more difficult to cope, or we're just unsure of how to solve our problems. So if you find yourself stuck with a problem and it's starting to affect your well-being or your ability to thrive in your university life, then we would invite you to get in contact with us and see how we can help. We aim to provide practical and solution-focused support to students, which is also voluntary and it's free, and it's available throughout the year, even in holiday periods. So Ellie, do you want to talk about how often we meet with students?
Yep, thank you, Karen. So sometimes 1 or 2 meetings is perfect to help students feel back on track and get the information that they need. In other situations, we might meet with a student more regularly so that students can have someone to talk to who can share ideas with them that may help. We're guided on this by the nature of the difficulty, really, and what students themselves would find most helpful. We can also help you to find the information you need and find where to go if you need more help we can provide, so that you can really make the most of university and enjoy your time here at Worcester. Our service is available for all students, whether they live in university student accommodation, private housing, or we also see students that are commuting to university, and also at whatever stage of their uni career that they're at. Another thing we provide is Fancy a Cuppa. So Karen, would you like to tell us about Fancy a Cuppa?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Ellie. Well, Fancy a Cuppa is a drop-in event that takes place twice a week during term time. And it's really an opportunity to for students to touch base informally with other student services staff and to meet other students whilst enjoying free refreshments in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. And it's usually held in the First Point alcove and beyond reception on City Campus. Because of recent situation, we've now moved that online for the time being. And our new virtual Fancy a Cuppa has been extremely popular with students. So whether students are joining us face-to-face or virtually, they have actually said that Fancy a Cuppa helped them, whether it's meeting other students or just feeling more connected, really. In terms of how it kind of plays out, we often discuss things like books or TV shows, along with tips for well-being. And when we run face-to-face Fancy a Cuppa, we enjoy regular visits from dogs from the charity Pets as Therapy. And these visits are especially popular. And although visits aren't possible in our virtual Fancy a Cuppa sessions, we have had times when people's own pets have joined in if they're connecting to us from home. So that's always very welcome. So that's Fancy a Cuppa. Ellie, another aspect of the service that we deliver is workshops. Do you want to talk a bit about our workshops?
Yeah, will do. Thank you, Karen. So the workshops we provide are called Look After Your Mate. And this is a workshop for students who are looking to support their friend or peers at university who may be struggling with their mental health. The session gives students the skills, knowledge and confidence to support these individuals whilst also looking after their own mental health too, which is especially important. It's been designed by the student mental health charity called Student Minds, and myself and Karen, we're accredited to run these workshops at the University of Worcester. They last for 3 hours, and although we usually run them face-to-face, Student Minds have now designed a virtual workshop, which we will be launching in the coming academic year. Previous students who have attended the workshop have said that it's helped them to know how to access support, and it's also enabled them to feel more confident in how to start up a conversation with a friend about the issues they might be facing. So I think we're coming to the end of describing the service. So thanks for listening. And Karen, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I think that's everything, Ellie. Thanks for that. We just hope that this has been a helpful introduction to our service. And we wish you a wonderful student journey, and we look forward to perhaps meeting you along the way. If you'd like an appointment with us, just ask First Point, or you can email our team directly. Our email address is ssa@worc.ac.uk. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.